he was died. He was there. He went there to settle. The officer in charge.
Settle with whom? Your uncle? These
No, with us. With the petitioner. We have video. We have recorded that video.
the investigation has not yet
Well, that
started.
instructions today I'll have to take from the Kolkata police.
Which instruction?
PM, matlab, how the PM was conducted, why there was lacuna as far as the PM was
Why
concerned.
is different thing?
So, matlab, I have not been able to go into that aspect at all because Kolkata police was not a party. They had no occasion to come and assist me on this and give me appropriate instructions. Matlab, with regard to the post-mortem, matlab, if your lordship, matlab,
Does the postmortem report say that there were at least 3 doctors present?
matlab, certified by one
Saurabh-
person.
Saurabh Chattopadhyay,
It is
Professor
what even in the
H.O.D.
form ballot, there are two different forms.
Two different?
Form of
Well-
postmortem report. In case of custodial death, the form is different. This is the postmortem report in usual course what they follow. But so far custodial death is concerned, the form is absolutely different.
Well, may I say something? Well, it's not a case where the death has occurred in my custody. Kindly seize the difference here. Kindly. It is one of the allegations.
I have followed it.
But the person was in my custody for about 5 to 6 hours. Thereafter went to Kakdeep. Thereafter went to Kakdeep Subdivisional Court. And thereafter he was released on bail. He went with the uncle to Muthurapur Subdivisional Hospital. And death occurred on 8th. The death is not in the custody. But 4 to 8, he was not in my custody. Rather, he was in the custody of the complainant uncle.
Then I have to submit then on 8th, on the day of death, the officer in charge of Dhola police station went to the Swastik nursing home and tried to settle the issue. I have filed a supplementary, I have prepared a supplementary affidavit.
Which I am yet to obtain. And
Tell me, exhumation can be done within how many days?
2-3 days.
Not more than that.
No. It will not be in a position to postmortem once again.
To exhume
To
the body
reveal,
and
yes.
then get it done.
But
Death occurred on
They
the
are opposing this. This in
None.
itself indicates that they do not want to investigate.
No,
independent manner.
not at all. That is not at all my intention. Malad, my
They have not
intention say that
admittedly
the
followed the procedure.
DSP is in charge of the investigation and kindly grants us some time to come back with something. But within 48 hours, Malad will kindly not conclude that we are not in a position to conduct a free and fair investigation.
for the purpose of the investigation, you require certain evidences, materials. If the materials are not there,
Malad, for
how can
that,
you
Malad,
do
the
it?
videography of the postmortem is there. If
Okay.
the
Videography is only the it is being done. But then what about the position of the
Well,
body,
as
whether there were
the
marks, everything?
videography we can show to another person, another expert also, and we can come back with a report of that expert also. If
No,
your
but
logic
then
feels-
still the
and
video-
it has been done in another matter, and but if required, I'll get those orders also.
No, videography is just recording that the process is being conducted.
Yes, but they can see, it can be seen whether the PM was done properly or not.
No, from the videography, can the position of the body be understood? I do not know. I have not seen any
Yes,
such.
it can be. It can be.
Whether there are bruises,
Yes.
cuts and everything. it
That
can
is
be
from where it
seen.
is recorded. That is from where it is recorded.
From the videography, it is recorded.
But from the PM,
Yes.
from the PM it is recorded, and the post-mortem interaction is recorded. So, Malad, if it can be discerned in the PM, it can be discerned, Malad, from the videography also. That is the entire purpose of the videography. So that the, Malad, the medical officer is not leaving out anything. And if required, we can send it to another expert, Malad. Your lordship we can bring the report before your lordship, Malad, from another expert, that if any lacuna is there in this PM or not.
Where is the videography right now?
But it's in the NRS, Malad.
Let a videograph be handed over to the petitioner so that
Blood,
they can also get it checked.
This will not serve my purpose.
You all
I
can
am
also
not
get
the
it checked.
expert.
No,
Even-
no, you'll get it checked by a doctor. How
They,
can-
they will not be in a position because it has to be done physically by the doctors. That is the recommendation of the NHRC. How the video will help me or in the investigation.
But after
But I
going to the
don't I
videography,
don't-
they can at least come
I
back
don't
and
know
say
why
where
they
we
are-
went wrong.
Since but, we are collecting evidence now. Now they have gathered evidence. 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 by way of postmortem, lad. Now, lad, why they are shying, lad, in lad, doing lad, second postmortem? Second postmortem will reveal something else.
No, whether it is at all required or not, maybe they are not
Lad,
shy.
they don't
And
want to pay, lad, explain the cost. That's the reason.
No, no, it,
No, it will
it
be
cannot
done
be a
by
matter
the
of course.
Or the
Then-
time.
Then, like consideration, representation, every matter will be for second postmortem. It can be a matter of course.
this
I
will be done by the
admittedly, they
government.
have not followed the NHSC guideline. Now, there was some reason for issuing those guidelines. That those has
no.
not been followed. Now that those has to be followed to gather information and evidences. Now they do not want to. I want to gather evidence. I do not want to destroy evidence. That's my whole purpose. That is the purpose of investigation. What more I need to submit?
NHRC guidelines are for custodial death.
They are not following guidelines and they are boldly saying that are not required. What
It
they
is
want to,
not
they
a
want to
death in
destroy
my
evidence.
custody.
Somebody has died. He has been buried. Postmortem conducted. Again, exhumation and
And this was done in earlier case
very.
that I have given.
That is by consent.
If
This
I
is on
thought,
consent.
if
And not
No, no,
consent by anyone,
consent
consent
by
by
the
the highest
state.
legal officer of the state.
consent by the state is not required.
No, no,
If the
whether it is
state
required or not is different, but the order that you've relied upon is on consent.
Maybe. I have shown this for two reasons. That this has to be sent to the CFSA to ensure independence. And it has to be done once again, since guidelines has not been followed. Simple. Otherwise, the entire purpose and object of issuing guidelines will be odious. What is the use of issuing those guidelines and spending time by the NHRC? Those are because of DK Basu, all these things has been followed. And in 2023, Supreme Court is passing order. Still, this
3 to 7.
thing is continuing. You install CCTV everywhere, and they are coming and saying that it's not. That I have not made a prayer in my supplementary affidavit that I have a phone with me. My kaka had a phone with him on the third night. Since they are denying that this arrest was subsequent date.
First of all, the Kaka's role is to be gone into.
Arey bhai,
Investigated. You'll investigate it.
so mobile track and ki bola rakha hai? Lat long of the that mobile location has to be investigated.
Yes.
Those information is required from the telephone
Where is the
agency.
mobile now?
I have
with
given
you?
the number. But this is my supplementary affidavit.
Give a copy.
আর copy দাও তো দেখি।
সবই কি কোর্ট বললে দেবে নাকি?
Yes.
I have given the number in my affidavit. Page 4, paragraph 5. Sorry, page 3, paragraph 5. He every day comes and says that, but I have specifically stated that CCTV was functioning. Stated. Because I have gathered information.
But from 23rd, it was not working.
This needs to be investigated by somebody else.
The mobile phone of my brother was seized by the police on the 3rd. Immediately after reaching the and returned back on.
But one mistake I have done in my first paragraph, I have said, paragraph 3, that I was taken into custody on 3rd July at about 1:30 a.m.
That my son was taken in arrested 1:30 a.m. on 3rd of July.
So we have instead of it is 3rd because
Fourth.
1:30.
It'll be 4th.
No, it will be 3rd. We have last one said 2nd July because after 2:12 at night, it will be 3rd July. So it would be 3rd July. Not
No, you've mentioned past midnight of July 2, which means 3rd.
3rd July. Right.
So it means
We
the
have
same.
mentioned last occasion that 2nd July.
All right.
That would be corrected. Needs to be corrected. They are saying that we were arrested on 4th July. 1 day gap. Now, these phone locations will demonstrate that because my uncle was also taken into custody along with me, my son, rather my brother was also taken into custody along with my son.
Both
that-
were taken in custody.
Yes, yes. And he was beaten up in front of my brother.
No, but your brother was not taken in custody.
Complainant was taken into custody. He was forced then to sign. There was no previous complaint.
The complainant goes there
Complainant,
with a complaint against your son,
no,
and
no,
Both has been arrested.
both were taken together. There are so many things needs to be investigated. There was no complaint received by them as of arrest.
Allegation of them, that is why they are taken into custody thereafter.
but yesterday it was read over that the complainant
Complaint was
was
made.
the uncle.
There was an FIR
Yes.
that was signed by my uncle
Huh?
later on, rather my brother later on. After he was taken into custody in police station, he was there whole night. My brother, he is the only eyewitness. I'll be seeking for his protection. He started receiving threats. 4% I need protection.
Make complaints before the police, because all these things will certainly be disputed by the state respondents. That
That their dispute will not do.
no, that
Now,
is
as of
different.
now, I am the victim. And
Yes.
I am the victim at the instance of the police, no and nobody else. And these police, the officer in charge of Dhola police station, when my son was dying in Shasti nursing home on 8th, on the day he was died, he was there. He went there to settle. The officer in charge.
Settle with whom? Your uncle? These
No, with us, with the petitioner. We have video. We have recorded that video. OC know
Mr.
nothing.
Bandyopadhyay, a lot of things are coming out. I
But,
don't-
Manoj, kindly do not take me amiss, Manoj. But the thing is that the difficulty is that
let
something
all
is
these
written.
things-
Sometime I expect that.
We have handed over on 9th.
10th.
on 10th of July 2024,
না, আমরা hand over করেছি।
and if and there will be no further scope for conducting second postmortem if there is any further delay. Stop. For ends of justice and for conducting and for the purpose of collecting evidence for conducting the investigation, and thereafter a fair trial, the evidences are to be collected right now. Otherwise, the evidences will be lost and there may be no further scope to recover the same. Stop. A mere video recording may not be the substitute for conducting a second postmortem to unearth all the evidences that may be required for proceeding with the trial. Stop. Next. In view of the above, the court directs the body of the deceased to be exhumed and the postmortem to be conducted for the second time by tomorrow itself, that is 13th of July 2024. Stop. The postmortem shall be conducted in the presence of the father, mother. Who do you want to stay over there?
Any one of the from the relative part.
The relative Jamai Babu was there, he says.
Father.
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 In the presence of the petitioner. A magistrate should be present at the time of the postmortem. At the time of postmortem. Dita nahi. Or